That's the question that we want to ask today. We are on chapter 19 of our 66-day challenge. It's often said that 66 days are needed to form a habit. So what we are doing is we're taking one chapter every day. And we're trying to read that one chapter. Not that it's all you'll ever read in your life, but it's a good starting place for us to begin to form the habit of scripture reading. And then we're posting a 2 to a 5-minute video online so that you can watch it. Maybe you can answer some questions and then share our application with you in hopes that you will leave your application in the comment section and we can read those as well. But let's dive in to chapter 19, and it's going to answer the question, can Christians be demon possessed? We see not only we have like the mention of demons in here, but we see that Christians are attacked. So that's a little bit different than being possessed. But let's speak to the attacked first, and then we'll get to the possession in the end. When Jesus is going to the cross, Jesus looks at Peter and he makes a bold proclamation. In Luke chapter 22, he says, "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you like wheat. But I pray for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned back, to strengthen your brothers." Does that make sense? Y'all get what that's saying? It's saying that Jesus, in essence, is saying, Simon, Satan's coming for you, buddy. Oh, well, what'd you say, Jesus? I'm praying for you, buddy. Like that's tough. And then even Paul, he begins to say this. He says in 2 Corinthians, "I have a thorn in the flesh. It was given to me." And then he's going to clarify what this thorn was. And he says, the thorn being a messenger of Satan. Elsewhere in the scripture, it says that we wrestle not against demons or flesh or blood of this world, but against principalities and kingdoms of the unseen world. And even in Daniel, I believe it's Daniel maybe chapter 10, it talks about Michael the archangel and Gabriel the archangel, and they're trying to fight against the prince of Persia and some other demonic forces. So we see right there in this chapter that I think that it points out anyways, not only in this chapter but all throughout the Bible, is that Christians can be attacked by or the demonic forces can come against Christians. But to the specific idea that we want to answer today is, can they possess them? That's a little bit different. Here's what it says. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16, it says, "Do you not know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you?" So we know that the Spirit of God, when we become a Christian, it dwells in us, all right? So we also know that nothing can steal us from the love of God. Romans 8 says this, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height or depth, nothing else can separate us from the love of God." So so take those two verses, and we also know or think this from 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Here's what it says: "What harmony can there be between Christ and the devil? None." So all those verses, Romans 8, 2 Corinthians 6, 1 Corinthians 3:16, they all kind of seem to inhabit for us that when we are become a Christian, the Spirit of God dwells in us. And if the Spirit of God dwells in us, then there's no way that any other spirit, specifically that of a demon, can dwell there. So it's my thought that a Christian cannot be demon possessed, although demonic spirits can come and work against us in our lives. We see that also in the book of Job. We see that all throughout the book of Acts that we're studying right now. I'll end with a quote from John MacArthur. Here's what he says on the subject. He says, "There is no clear example in the Bible where a demon ever inhabited or invaded a true believer. Never in the New Testament epistles are believers warned about the responsibility or possibility of being inhabited by demons. Neither do we see anyone rebuking, binding, or casting demons out of a true believer. The epistles never instruct believers to cast out demons, whether from a believer or from an unbeliever. Christ and the apostles were the only ones who ever cast out demons, and in every instant, the demon-possessed person was an unbeliever." So that's a little bit about what I got from chapter 19, the principalities, the demonic spirits that they encounter. But I want to know if you leave in the comment section what you got from chapter 19. And until next time, I'll see y'all on chapter 20.